In this video we'll show you some of the other toolpaths under the Advanced Machining tab. So this is the model that we were working on previously. So we go to the milling ribbon and we go to Advanced Machining. So the option that we're going to look at now is under Triangle Mesh and its parallel cuts. So for this option we need to define the machining surfaces. So we do that in the same way that we define surfaces for lots of other operations. We choose this button here and then we choose the machining surfaces either from the graphics area or from the objects window there. If we want to, we can set up a global, radial or axial offset here. Check on our tool, we're using the 10mm tool, and the surface paths are controlled by the machining angle here. So if we click on that, this gives you the machining angles that it's going to work on. The heights can be taken automatically from the machining surfaces, or we can define our own. So in this instance we'll just change the step over and leave the other options as they are. Okay, so as you can see, that's machined the entire shape using the parallel toolpath with the step over that we set. Now it could well be, of course, that you just need to machine the center part of that and not the whole model. So to do that we can define a 2D containment area. So to create the sketches for that, with the cursor in the drawing area, if we right click the mouse and say pick faces, hover the mouse over the top surface and right click and choose make sketch from face. So that's now introduced a new sketch item within the objects tree here, but the sketch is made up of two elements, the inside and the outside. So we only want the inside one. So to isolate that, we can, with the cursor over the sketch name here, we right click and say split the sketch. So we've now got two sketches, one for the outside and one for the inside. So if we go back to our 3-axis operation here, we can define 2D containment, and then this allows us to choose the curves. So we'll choose that one there, then press enter to accept, and then the trimming criteria can be the tool tip or it can be the tool contact point. Normally this will be the tool tip, and the tool can either be inside, outside or centered on the sketch that we've chosen. If we want to, we can add an additional offset onto that. So we click OK. So that now limits the machining just to the containment that we've set up. So that's machining it in a single direction. If we go back into this operation, we double click, and then over here at the step over pass, we can set up a perpendicular. So what this does is it will produce two tool paths, one for in the major angle here and another one perpendicular to that. So we've now got two tool paths here. Now you can see that there's lots of rapid motions and lots of moves that we really don't want there. So to overcome that, we can double click this operation, and under the link operation here we can choose that whenever it sees a gap we can go directly to that rather than retracting to the clearance area. We can also set up our own retract values here. So let's have, say, 25mm there, and then the rapid distance we can override the defaults there. So now we get a much more direct toolpath. Obviously the step over is still very large there, and to change that we just change it here. Okay, So that's using the parallel toolpath. When we're setting up any of these operations, the area command here gives us lots of different options which are common to all of the machining operations that we choose. So as we go through some more operations, you'll see that these options here all remain pretty much the same. Okay, that's that.